you have to dig to produce what we're holding in our hands today?
Thank you, Chama. Again, welcome to all of you, people online, everybody everywhere. I'm glad that you made our time to be here with us. When I lost Natasha, time stopped for me. When I lost her, a part of my heart died. And I needed to find a way, because it wasn't just my loss. I have a wife and a daughter who were also going through horrible times. And you wake up, you look at your family, and you see that they're in pain, and there's nothing you can do about it. That helplessness is killing. And one day I was driving, I felt like driving my car on the road. That was when I knew this was bad. And so the escape was right. And so I would stay up at night, cry, because again, yes, it's good for men to cry, but sometimes if you cry a lot in front of your family, you might make them lose hope. So I would stay up at night and cry, and then talk to my daughter, and talking to her, I write. So the book was more of what saved my sanity, and also my faith, which also comes out clearly in the book.
5 years on, they say time heals pain. What does this mean to you and your family? Time, healing pain. But also, what's the favorite part of this book for you?
Okay, in terms of time healing pain, I think it does happen. You don't cry as much, you don't give as much. But the truth of the matter is that I don't want to stop feeling pain. It's my connection to her. It reminds me that we had something. So actually, yes, I don't want the pain to be as bad, but I don't want it to completely go away. It's my treasured pain, it's a sweet pain. Knowing that our bond is still there, that like I keep saying, that I love her, like I loved her the first day I met her. And I don't think that has changed. So that pain will always be there. But I do think that as a family, we've come to a point where we are comfortable that we've accepted that pain. And we want to make sure that we channel that love we have for her into helping other kids. About my favorite part, the part of the book, that's a very hard question. But I think one of the pieces that actually captured what we went through as a family.
Honestly, loss is so relatable. But after loss, there's hope, there's life still. You just need to keep going. Let it be. I hope I won't be copyrighted. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the event. Okay, I was in charge of the food and drink, so I have my eye on it, making sure everything is going okay. Meanwhile, look at this hall though. Here Musa Yaradua Center. It is so amazing. Beautiful. Nigeria, we have so much to offer, man. So much history. Look at us. Look at how diverse we are. The exhibition is closed, but it's amazing in there.
I'm putting up to your run today. I want it all, don't give me tight. I can tell I'm yours, can't you tell you're mine? That's a true confession. You can try to run, that's again and hide the intercession.
Swagger Beke. Swagger Beke. Baby la hot.
This is a solar event.
Oh my baby! This one was vexing for me because I forgot her birthday. if you know me, you know I'm the worst with that. Why are you vexing?
Is that how life is?
That's not possible. That's not possible. She even texted me. She texted me one very instead. She said, so you really forgot my birthday. When I saw the text, I was afraid. I said, I can't even put this, sorry, sir. I can't even put this message. She's like, you're taking our picture. Can you share your thoughts about the event with us?
Yeah, it was a successful one. Kind of a reflection of how life after death. And I'm happy that Natasha is not dead. Even though she's dead, but she's still alive. With her foundation, her name will still be there.
Yeah.
And with the work they're doing through her foundation, there will still be so many lives. People will also heal from losses that they've had. It's like, okay, when someone dies, doesn't mean that the person is gone. There's still life after death.
Thank you. Okay, y'all, we've got a great filmmaker in our midst, if I do say so myself. But I wanted to ask you more specifically what you think about using, your art to kind of grieve and to comfort yourself in the way he has done with Kasie.
I mean, so we're here at the launch of the Natasha Yellow Foundation, and I mean, I didn't know what to expect when I came, but then it's just been an amazing event. I think it's one of the things that the Vice President said when he was giving his remarks, that you've turned your terrible grief to a civic gift. And that struck me, and I wrote it down. I was like, wow, that's very true, because in many ways they're sharing their grief and constructing it into something that is just very poignant, something that will live longer than them, essentially. And this is to Judah and Nkemilo. And I think that's the very nature of arts. Whether it's music, whether it's poetry, whether it's prose, whether it's fiction, it makes you feel, and that's the heart of it. And I think, especially with 2020, the way it came out, it allowed us to say, okay, it's okay not to be okay. And I think that's a very important thing to constantly say and remind ourselves that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to grieve in the moment. And I think it's very strong and it's very powerful, and I'm really glad that I came.
My name is Natasha. I'm a singer. I really enjoyed this event because it was so powerful and impactful, because they were able to transform pain into something creative, something beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to reading this.
My name is Deji Ige. I'm a poet, and the event was quite intriguing for me. It was emotional as well. I mean, I like the fact that someone took advantage of their pain to create something more tangible, something that can heal others who would ever go through such of their existence. So basically, I like the fact that Jude was able to run around, bring another dimension out of his mind from whatever he went through. I mean, it's ingenuity to me. This is why humans were created. Turn waste to wealth.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what I'm going to say. More like upcycling. He was never a publisher before he had his pain. Now he's a publisher.
Yeah.
He was never an in-depth writer before the death of Natasha. Now he's one. And believe me, I think he's not going to stop.
Wow, thank you. And both of you are creatives, and I couldn't just help but think, is it true that it's really pain that brings out the best kind of art, or helps you create the most? Can you relate to that whole saying?
Totally, I can relate. Because the pain is very strong. I feel like for most people, pain is stronger than joy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For me, I would say not only pain. Pain is one of those elements. Pain is one. Believe me, pain brings out the best in creativity. Pain is one. Then another thing is attraction. Attraction is another. When you're attracted to something or someone, your creative instinct starts to get restless, and you start to do several things. Then another thing, for me, is I'm going to say love. It's pain, love, attraction. Believe me, love is another very
Emotions.
deadly one. Very, very
Very deadly.
So let me say pain and love. And good thing is, these things are the most profound emotions we feel as human. Pain, love. So,
I feel like they actually combine the pain and love.
and love, maybe that's why we have a fantastic scene
true.
in this book.
They do.
Yeah, pain and love. Yeah.
My name is Osai Ijiko. I work with Amnesty International Nigeria. So today's event was very beautiful, very touching and moving. It was really a great opportunity to see people express themselves very powerfully using literature, using poetry, the spoken word, and also to hear the good wishes for the family and for the foundation that has been launched today. I think people that read this book and people that have any sort of connection with the foundation will be contributing a great lot of good to our society and will be helping children to achieve their fullest potential. So happy to have been able to be a part of the ceremony today.
My name is Ario Daria Toye, co-convener Center for Liberty. I'm here on the invitation of our dear brother and friend, Jude Igu, to celebrate. And of course, today means so much simply because a part of Jude has been realized. I mean, a part of him seeking for something meaningful that is very defining. And that has been realized today by the celebration of Natasha and opening a very important foundation on behalf of this little angel. We believe that this foundation, which has attracted great men, including former Vice President Jonathan, Vice President Osibajo, will definitely grow to address some challenges in our society, especially girl child education and education for other children. And I think it's a worthwhile event.
We have like that.
Hi, my name is Chuka Onwaguchi. I'm a board member of Natasha Foundation.
Thank you. What did you think about the event today?
Well, it was massive. It was beyond expectation. Participants, the stories, and we told a very good story of renewal, of pain and coming out of pain, and it touched on human nature. It was a fantastic event, one of the best I've attended in a long time.
Thank you. Have you read the Kasie book?
Oh, sure, I have.
What's your favorite part of the book?
It was his letter to God. It just showed at the point where we're all about giving up. It shows that we can actually reach out for strength from the supernatural, no matter what you believe in. Most times we can't do it on our own, and that really touched.
Thank you so much.
My name is Nkem Delim Ilo, mother of Natasha and Nkem Delim Ilo, and wife to Jude Udo Ilo, the author of Kasie.
Wow. What did you think about today's event?
Today's event was, for me, fantastic for many reasons. And the first one is the simple but quiet way we could celebrate Natasha's birthday, to remember her, the joy of being in a community of people, friends or volunteers. So it was really great. The second thing for me was, I don't know, there was just some spiritual, supernatural affair going on today. Usually today would have been a day of sadness for me because I love to celebrate birthdays. It may not be my birthday, but I love birthdays. It's just this joy that comes from planning, from buying the cake and all of that. And it's not something we've done in a long time for Natasha. But today we're able to celebrate in a happy way, and for some reason I just felt Natasha was really happy and really okay with today. So
wow, I'm so happy to hear that. And finally, what do you think about Kasie? What's your favorite part of the book?
I think for Kasie, I think it's later to Ziva. Ziva is the first child, right? And she's what we'll call the one that opened the womb. And just watching Udo fall in love with Ziva, everybody knows that Ziva is Udo's first and true love. Next, before I come, so that later really resonated with me, and every part of the book resonated, but just that later captured it for me.
Yeah.
The power of the father's love for his child.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Dude.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel about the event today?
Honestly, relief first,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel very happy. The outpouring of support was just unbelievable.
Amazing. What are your plans, like, your short-term plans and your long-term plans for the Natasha Ilo Foundation?
So at least before the end of next month, identify the places where we want to put in money for health insurance,
Mm-hmm.
buy the health insurance, then wait for the next academic session, which should be sometime in August, to identify the kids we'll be able to support. Even though primary education now is mostly free, so the focus will mostly be secondary school.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what is your hope for Kasie? What do you want to see happen with the book?
I just want a lot of people to read it. I want people to relate with it. I want it to resonate with people, and I hope help somebody and inspire other people who have gone through grief to speak up.
So if you could say one thing to someone who is going through grief right now, what would you say?
It's